welcome to our second Jenny Live of 2026. I hope you guys are having an amazing evening and come and join us, interact live with us. If you're wondering what we do, we basically just hang out, chat live, talk about life, positivity, and motivate each other to do better, be better, and continue in this beautiful path of life in this planet. So join us, and if you have topics that you want me to touch base on, go ahead and I think we're on YouTube today, so you could either chat with me there, or if you're a member of Sun Beach, you can also interact with us there. So hello, I hope your day was marvelous, and I think today, second show, and everything is nice and smooth today, so Enrique's got it right. Welcome, guys. ¿Cómo están, amigos? Muy buenas noches. Estamos en vivo, en directo nuevamente con otro Jenny Live. Espero de que estén teniendo una hermosa noche, espero de que hayan tenido un lindo día. Bueno, ya ven, ya el segundo, ya le agarramos la onda y nuevamente es como, ¿no? El que cuando uno siempre sabe hacer las cosas, Enrique ya dice, hoy todo perfecto, muy bien, ya no se corta, chicos. Así que únanse a nosotros, si son nuevos a Jenny Live, pues ya llevamos más de 1800 programas, así que básicamente hablamos sobre la vida, la espiritualidad, de relaciones, todo lo que ustedes quieran hablar mientras no toquemos lo que sea política, deportes o situaciones que nos dividan, religiones, por ejemplo, todo es bienvenido. Entonces, si tienen preguntas, y nos encantan temas espirituales y paranormales, que por cierto, ha estado bastante calmado el tema de los aliens, ¿no? Después de lo del Three Eye Atlas, como que de repente, ¡blup!, ya no se escucha más nada. Bueno, únanse a nosotros. Hoy, si no me equivoco, estamos también en YouTube, donde pueden utilizar el chat y los estaré leyendo en unos segundos. Hablo el chat para poder interactuar. El programa es en Spanglish, inglés y español, va y viene, entonces no se pierden absolutamente nada si no hablan el otro lenguaje, no se preocupen, solamente lo que hacemos es pues traducir uno y traducir el otro. Entonces, en realidad, a mentiritas, si nos ponemos a pensar de lo que era un programa de una hora, ahora hacemos media, es como 15 minutos, ¿no? 15 en inglés, 15 en español. ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos. Bueno, antes de empezar, y una de las razones por la cual queríamos también empezar Jenny Live es porque estoy a punto de lanzar mi nuevo libro, así que los estoy invitando a que si quieren tener una guía a la energía, básicamente, estoy súper emocionada por este libro porque más allá de que, bueno, es un reto personal y fue algo que no esperaba escribirlo, solamente en un viaje que hice en México este año pasado, pues cuando alguien te dice escribe, pues de repente, bueno, todo fue en un botón de download y ahí empecé a escribir en la hermosa playa de Zipolite. Lo tenía muy pendiente porque es mucha información ya, en muchos temas ya lo hemos hablado también en Jenny Live, pero es como un Jenny Live metido en 300 páginas, básicamente. Entonces, hay temas que no hemos tratado en Jenny Live, que son un poquito más delicados. Hablamos de la mitad del libro en adelante, hablo mucho sobre la energía sexual. Entonces, me encanta, estoy muy emocionada específicamente porque para mí es una guía que si yo la hubiera tenido a una edad muy temprana, pues mi vida hubiera sido muy diferente mucho más adelante, mucho antes. Entonces, creo de que todo lo que tú puedas y necesites saber sobre cómo tener una vida positiva, cómo tener pues optimismo, positividad, éxito, amor, en el amor, en la salud, en la energía, está metido todo en este libro. Entonces, es un libro basado en experiencias propias de nosotros y basado también en la experiencia del grupo de nuestros meditadores, que son 27. Entonces, 30 personitas a lo largo de 17 años. Hemos estudiado todos estos temas y los hemos logrado poner en este pequeño guía, que lo hice lo más corto y amena posible. Van a sentir como, si lo leen o compran el audiolibro, van a sentir que yo se los estoy hablando en un Jenny Live, porque pues yo soy muy como entre casa, podríamos decir, ¿no? Así que bueno, se los recomiendo, no porque lo escribí, sino que sí les digo de que no hay excusa por el cual no tener éxito, no hay excusa por el cual decir no sabía, y hay muchísima información ahí que no la van a encontrar en otra parte porque no hay personas que estudien el tema de la energía sexual tan profundo como nosotros y por tantos años. Entonces, yo sé que van a llegar a ciertos capítulos y van a decir, ¿cómo? No, ¿cómo nadie habla de eso? O sea, son informaciones ocultas, informaciones que quizás no se saben o nunca se hablaron. Tiene información también de salud. Hemos mezclado lo que es la ciencia con un médico que nos ha acompañado, que en paz descanse, que nos ha acompañado toda esa trayectoria también. Y mezclamos lo que es la ciencia, la medicina y la espiritualidad, todo en eso. Entonces, bueno, se los recomiendo. Lo voy a estar publicitando igual todos estos días y se lanza el 13, martes 13. Yo creo que el inglés va a salir primero y luego en español, pero intentaré que esté todo listo para el 13. All right, guys, before we start, and one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing Jenny Live again is because I wanted to promote my new book. I hope that you guys will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing it. Honestly, this is so personal to me because it was one of those things that I'd had in pause, and after so many years living and studying with a group of our meditators and us, 30 of us, it's basically all of our information for 17 years has been downloaded into this book. And it was me just getting in the car, driving through Mexico for 3 months. And one of the months, I didn't plan on writing a book. It was just, I knew I eventually was going to do it because I had to put this information eventually. It's like a bunch of Jenny Lives all in 300 pages, but with a lot of information that I don't necessarily speak publicly about. So there is information there that you're going to be a little bit like, what? So I do recommend that you take it with an open mind. There is going to be an audiobook as well. It's going to be ebook, print book, or hardcover, whichever you want. And it is going to be in English and Spanish. So I'm personally, it was exciting for me to put everything down because it was literally like this download button that I got to see Polite. If you guys don't know, I'm always 24/7 naked. So, and I rented this house right on the beach. So it was just like, you need to write. I was like, okay. And I started writing, I would be just sit there for hours in a hammock writing. I ruined 2 computers because of the amount of humidity right next to the beach. And the house that I rented had no windows. So it was like literally with the breeze of the ocean. It was such an amazing experience. Now that I think about it, I thought about putting that picture of me writing on the back. I'm gonna have to maybe add it at the end. So we're launching it on the 13th, so Tuesday the 13th. Hopefully everything will be set by then. It's gonna be an ebook, hardcover or softcover, so whichever you're comfortable with. And I hope I can get in time. I was gonna do the audiobook, me reading it, but then I realized that I don't wanna read it because if I read it, I'm gonna go back and it's already been edited. I'm gonna go back and just start adding stuff because there is gonna be a second edition of this book. So this is a guide to energy, okay? This is for anybody that really wants to know how to live positive and learn how energy affects us and what it is that we are from the moment that we're born and moving forward. Everything that you could possibly think of in the most simplest way possible. You guys know how I speak, nothing difficult, just very laid back. You're gonna feel like I'm speaking to you. And it's basically to give you a guide from the moment, and maybe if you think it's too late for you to make changes, well, even for your kids, because there's a lot of information here that you can benefit from. And I've always said, if I had a book like this when I was young, my life would have been so much different, so much earlier. So I do see that importance of it. It goes from mental training, it goes through meditation, it goes through how energies affect us as a kid, how, a lot of things that we've spoken about in Jenny Live, and then halfway through the book, it goes directly into sexual energy. So there are topics in here that we've never discussed publicly. There are things in here that you're going to see and you're going to be like, whoa, so the moment I start writing, the first thing I say is, please keep an open mind. There is no information about this anywhere. I feel like little by little, there is more people adding themselves into the whole Kundalini and sexual energy vibe, but not as deep as this. So this book is based on 30 of us that have taken the time of our lives, basically. We've dedicated our lives to the study of sexual energy for 17 years. So it's meditators, it's a doctor, and me and my husband. And it's basically been me as a guinea pig of how to bring someone from the darkest of darkest, and we're talking about like from sickness to just a straight up possession of negativity to 100% positive energy, and that everything is possible. So this is, I never like to talk about things that I have no experience in. So everything that you're going to read in this book has, like I write there, it's been proven by us, it's been tested, it's been validated, okay? So it doesn't mean that you have to take it like whatever it says, that's what it is. No, but it's just from our experience of our team of 30 people through 17 years, these are legit. This is legit information. So if you are someone that is interested in making those kind of changes in your life and going through the process of healing yourself, because as you see, that's the name of the book, it's Heal Yourself. I've always told you guys that you don't need a psychologist, you don't need anybody to come, you don't need a healer, you don't need to go and even therapies, like you are your own therapy, you are your own healer. So this is basically giving you the tools and the information for you to make a real change. And when it comes to the topics of sexual energy, I try to be very subtle, but at the same time very direct in giving you the enough information so you can, know enough about it to make your own decisions, and then from there, you know if you're generating negativity or not. It is going to be one of more books, so I don't know when the next one will be, but I know that when I get that urge of writing again, it will happen. Who knows where, but that's kind of how it was this time in October of 2025. It was just driving through Mexico and then saying, well, I'm going to be 1 month in Cipolite, which if you didn't know, it's this beautiful nude beach in Mexico, and it's basically one of these, like, it's one of the freest places I've ever visited in the world, I would say. And not because of the nudity, because of the environment. It's just so laid back, so down to earth. And I rented a house, actually one of the only houses that's there, that's right on the beach. I had no windows whatsoever. I got to show you some pictures tomorrow. I'll get it ready. No windows, so I ruined 2 laptops because I would write on my hammock, and without windows, being like literally almost on the ocean, I realized that wasn't such a smart idea, because the amount of humidity literally crashed the computers. But I'm happy with the results. I think that this was something that I've been holding off on writing, and I knew that when the time came, it would happen. And there's a lot of things that I wrote in this book that, if you ask me, I can't go back to talk about it as much, because it was kind of just this like channeling of information that I've lived, right? And that I've proven, and that it's been in my life for so many years that it's like, okay, Jenny, it's time for you to put it down on paper. And then it's like, okay, to continue to the next. So I'm hoping the next one is going to be directly on manipulation of energy. So it's very subtle. I think it's the way that it's written. I try to be, like I said, as subtle as possible, so it could be also for teenagers. But if you're an adult, go ahead and read it. And if you think that this is going to be a good guide maybe for your teenage daughter or son, then I think, honestly, if I had a book like this when I was younger, like I said, my life would have been so much different, so much sooner, because there is so much information that we're missing when it comes to energy and the purpose and our purpose. And it doesn't talk. It's not like in a religious way. It just talks about us as humans and what happens to us and why we're here, your purpose, how to find it, how to see if there's things in your life that you need to get rid of. A lot of the things that we've spoken about in the 1800 Jenny Lives, which are these, plus more. So be open-minded. I believe the pre-launch for the book is going to happen probably somewhere between today and Friday, and then the launch will be on Tuesday the 13th. So So for me, this isn't like, I'm not excited because I'm launching the book. I'm just excited that I put all this information as like a handy, it's like a handout and you have in this guide. And then there's no excuses, because if you do read it and you don't do anything about your life, then it's like, okay, there's no remedy for you. Honestly, because everything is there. I try to cover everything from your mental health to your family to letting go to forgiveness to sexual energy to how to know if someone's negative, how to know when you generate positive or negative. There's a lot of health. A lot of health like examples in it, because we do have we had a doctor in our team that has passed away now, and what I love the most is that it's a mix of his scientific studies of all of his retired life and our energy work from our meditators and us for 17 years put together. So it's a mixture, and so many years of living through these experiences so that I can bring it to you, because I don't like to talk about things that I haven't experienced, honestly. So if I talk about something, it's always going to come from the heart. It's always going to be like, I've been there, I've lived there, I've done that. And in my experience, when I started in this journey, a long time ago, 17 years ago, it was me as a guinea pig with this team and saying, well, okay, we're getting, I was in a very negative space in health and in life and love and everything, and basically possessed. So it was fixing not only the energetical part, but also, also the physical one. And it's been a beautiful ride, but it's been such a successful ride. And getting from 100% negative to 100% positive, as you see, it takes time. But with a guidebook like this, I think that this could be of help to many of you that maybe are looking for that. And at the end of the day, make your own healing choices, because that's all we need. We just need to be aware. We need to be conscious of what it is that we want in life. And you're going to have a lot of aha moments. And so far, my proofreaders are very happy with it. So yeah, it's written from my heart. So I hope that, it just helps as many people as it can. And if you can, if it does help you and you see that it can be of help to someone else, then of course share it and spread the love, and let's make sure we continue to be positive. Without further ado, let's speak a little bit about what's happening in the world. I mean, it's almost like we started 2026 and there's, like we were talking about yesterday, all these movements, right? And today, all of a sudden, there's a new food order. So I don't know if you feel it as much as I do, but there's like even people doing music with AI. There's like affirmation music. If you haven't found it on YouTube, you should look for it. In fact, I think I might join that kind of vibe as well, because it's almost like there's a lot of people awakening, and when you wake up, you start taking care of your body, you start taking care of what you consume, and what you consume from the food aspect and what you consume from what you're hearing and what you're feeding your mind, because remember that is basically the most important thing, is what are you being exposed to almost every day. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be living these times, although, of course, there's always going to be negative and positive. It's a yin and yang, you guys. But the important thing is to do with, what we have the best, and to do with our lives as much positivity as we can, so we're not part of the problem. We're part of the solution, basically, for our planet, right? So there it is. And by the way, here it is. Whoa. By the way, I did run this, I posted on Twitter so you guys could vote like which cover you would like most, and it was between this one and another one. So it was very, very close. So I grabbed it and I posted it on AI. I use Grok. I love Grok. And by the way, I did not use AI to write the book. This is plainly by mere experience and my experiences in the topic. And I gave it both covers, and I said, well, which one is more aligned with my book? And it chose this one, so I let AI decide which cover of the book I was going to use, and there it is. So for some reason, and I do agree with it, it said that because of the self-help category of the book that when you have the eyes and the face there, it's just like this trust connection with the people that are about to buy the book that just kind of provides more comfort. So yeah, I'm like, I actually agree. So my husband was totally rooting for the one. He's like, you need to put your face on it. I'm like, it's not an autobiography. He's like, it doesn't matter. So AI picked it. So I guess in a way he was smart. Anyway, what matters is what's inside the valuable information and that it's of use to you. So make sure you check it out. It is going to be in Kindle as well. I think that's probably going to be the first one that comes out. So Kindle, paperback, hardcover, and ebook. And audiobook eventually. I think I'm going to have my AI voice read it and do the audiobook because I do not want I'm very critical and judgmental of my own work. So if I read it, I know I'm not going to launch it. I'm going to go and start changing and adding stuff. And I'm like, no. There's going to be a part 2. In fact, this is the second book that I launched. It's just the first one. Well, it was many, many years ago when I started and I was just getting the information. And it was done because somebody had asked me to write a book for like this presentation of a movie project that we had. But yeah, in theory, this would be my second one, but it would be the only one that I've actually that I'm promoting. And so in a way, it's the second. Anyway, so that is my news for today. And now we can start Jenny Live. That was a long presentation of the book. But I totally forgot yesterday. I was like, oh my God, forgot to talk about the book. So eat real food. Eat real food. That is the new USDA program, and this is where we're talking, right? Like, there's this awakening of consciousness because when the planet starts to wake up and people start to wake up and energies, need to go our way in a positive way. Like I said, you're going to want to eat healthy. You're going to want to do good things, do good deeds, help help people around you. And it looks beautiful, protein, dairy, and healthy fats, vegetable and fruits, and then whole grains, leaving it all the way at the bottom. Hopefully, we're not going to get more of that genetically modified, the GMOs BS. And I'm super glad, the war on sugar has started. So it's like I said yesterday, it's like this little bit of hopeful feelings, right, for a better future in some way. Bueno, yo no sé si ustedes están sintiendo lo mismo, pero como que hay muchas cosas moviéndose. Específicamente podríamos decir que también en Estados Unidos, hoy por ejemplo lanzaron una campaña en contra de la comida chatarra, en contra de las compañías que usan azúcares y azúcares procesados. Entonces lanzaron una campaña que se llama Come Comida Real. Entonces dice, primero la proteína, lácteos y grasas buenas, vegetales, frutas y al final de todo, la pirámide muestra granos. Entonces espero de que estén también con el plan de sacar los granos genéticamente modificados. Pero es como que de repente ya sabemos de que si el planeta va a estar también vibrando diferente, ¿no? Por supuesto, de que pues una de las cosas para vibrar positivo es también alimentarnos como corresponde, o sea, comer comidas, ¿no? Que nos alimenten y no que nos estén haciendo daño. Entonces, todas estas situaciones y muchos temas de que para algunos de ustedes eran conspiraciones, de repente ya no son conspiraciones. Entonces, es emocionante vivir en esta época, en estas épocas de, podríamos decir como que el fin de estos años de la lucha entre el bien y el mal. Sabemos de que el bien siempre gana, pero la conciencia y la gente despertando es tan hermoso. O sea, te das cuenta también de repente la inteligencia artificial, lo cual muchas personas lo están utilizando para su beneficio. Hay muchos canales y personas sacando música con mensajes positivos, afirmaciones dentro de la misma letra de la música. Entonces ya estamos viendo un movimiento más hacia el lado positivo que otra cosa y creo que eso es muy, muy emocionante. No sé si ustedes se sienten igual que yo, pero a mí me encanta, me fascina. Hay que utilizar la tecnología en este caso a nuestro favor. Bueno, voy a abrir rápidamente nuestro vivo, a ver si logro ver el chat. Y recuerden de que estamos en YouTube. ¿Sí? A ver, o nos fuimos, o estuvo y ya no estamos. All right, guys, let me see if I can catch our live, if I can read your guys, comments. Oh, okay, so when we finish, there's going to be a live broadcast from Hilton Aventura in Miami with our producer, Rod Estrada, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I don't know what happened to our live. Bueno, no sé si seguimos en vivo, pero cuando terminemos, vamos a tener una transmisión especial desde el Hilton en Aventura, en Miami, con nuestro productor ejecutivo, Rodrigo Estrada. Así que estén atentos para esa transmisión. En el momento que termina Jenny Live, creo que ahí directamente ya conectan. Así que ya me están echando, ¿no? Me quedan 2 minutos. Me pasé todo el programa hablando del libro, perdón. Es que estoy muy emocionada. All right, guys, let's see. Yeah, I don't know why I can't open the chat. Sorry, guys. And then I got a notification. What? Your video's been removed. YouTube, prude. All right, let me check our chat. I'm sure that there's writing in your book that will make people gasp or say, "What? Are you kidding? No way, wow." Great looking book cover. See, no me abre. Like saying in the States, you are what you eat. Some of us do need change, myself included. Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, I'm glad that you like the cover. It was, so by the way, I'm self-publishing, so everything you're gonna see, of course, I have someone that edited it for me, like, because my grammar is horrible. But everything from like, there's images in the book, and those were AI generated, but everything is done by me, even from top to bottom. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy it. So before we leave, I'm going to read this, and I guess that'll be our topic for tomorrow because I have 2 minutes left. Our brains are remarkable neural networks designed to handle emotions, thoughts, and experiences. When we make gratitude a regular habit, we are doing more than just thinking positive thoughts. We're actually reshaping how our brain wired. Our studies show that practicing gratitude triggers the release of dopamine and serotonin, which are the brain's natural happiness chemicals. Of course, we've talked about all this, but I figured it's nice to read news. These neurotransmitters don't just make us feel better in the moment, they also improve our overall mental health. It's essential that giving our brains pleasure centers a natural, powerful boost. So regularly expressing gratitude changes the molecular structure of the brain. And have you ever been in a bad mood and just smiled? Like literally just like, like crazy smile because maybe you're in a bad mood, but that itself is going to trigger your brain and give it a signal that it's like, whoa, wait. So are you angry or are you happy? And it works. So next time you get mad or next time you get irritated or that you can't, you're just like, ugh, go ahead and remember me, take a deep breath in and smile. And then you're going to laugh and say you're crazy. But it's going to work, and it's going to immediately trigger you to just think positive. And gratitude, there's nothing better than gratitude. Always just be grateful. We were talking about this yesterday as well. Muy bien, vamos a leer esto antes de terminar, porque bueno, se me fue, qué rápido que se fue la media hora. Dicen, nuestros cerebros son networks de neuronas designados para manejar emociones, pensamientos y experiencias. Cuando estamos haciendo que la gratitud sea algo constante en nuestro cerebro, estamos haciendo más que solamente pensando positivo. Estamos en realidad reprogramando nuestra forma de pensar, y esto va a hacer de que todo vuelva a funcionar diferente. Los estudios han comprobado de que practicar la gratitud hace que directamente lances dopamina y serotonina, lo cual es, por supuesto, el químico natural del cerebro, de la felicidad, y estos neurotransmisores que tienes en el cerebro van a estar mucho mejor sobre tu salud mental. Es esencial darle a nuestro cerebro el placer para que el centro natural tenga ese boost positivo. O sea que regularmente expresar gratitud hacia los temas que te rodean y toda tu vida en general va a hacer de que tu vida en realidad pues cambie. No sé si alguna vez han hecho esto, pero yo sí se los he dicho. En el momento que estén enojados o algo les pase mal y estén de mal genio, simplemente respiren profundo y sonrían. Van a decir estoy loco, estoy loco o estoy loca porque van a estar sonriendo mientras están enojados, pero funciona, o sea, porque de repente tu cerebro es como que, pero como que estoy enojado o estoy feliz. O sea, que estás engañándolo, mandando esa sonrisa al cerebro y bueno, pues diciéndole, no, 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 o sea, no hay nada, ¿cómo se dice en español? No hay, que no cunda el pánico, que no cunda el pánico, o sea, todo está bien y se te va a ir. Entonces, pruébenlo la próxima hasta que cada vez de a poquito vayas metiendo diferente tipo de ejercicios. Ejercicios que también, de por sí, el libro tiene muchísimos ejercicios y de a poco van a ir reprogramando la forma de pensar. Cosas que yo he hecho personalmente, ¿ok? By the way, there's a lot of exercises in the book as well, and exercises that I've done myself and work wonders. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be in the chat and not talk so much by myself. But we're going to be live now from, well, I'm not personally, but our team is going to be live from Hilton in Miami Aventura. So go ahead and check it out. Don't leave and tune into the next live show right now. Muy bien, amigos, nos vemos en la próxima. Mañana será otro día. Espero de que estén muy bien, sonrían, estén positivos y continuamos con nuestra transmisión en vivo e en directo desde Miami, Florida, con más entretenimiento. Buenas noches, estén positivos.